Today, we're going to take a look at a new Neve 1073, and it does something that other 1073s don't do. Now we're going to check this out. We're going to compare it to the original. We're also going to check it out on vocals, snare drum, and bass guitar. I'm going to give you some sound examples. I'm going to give you a voiceover example because I think that's the market for this. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Cole Caparoon. Thank you for stopping by for another video. Of course, I have to use my radio announcer voice in this when I'm doing any sort of actual voiceover type stuff. Right now, you're listening to the Lawton Audio Atlantis running straight into the Neve 1073 SPX-D. Now, this channel strip is the famous 1073 that we all know and we all love, and it sounds incredible on absolutely everything. That's kind of the 1073 thing. It sounds incredible on drums, it sounds incredible on vocals, it sounds incredible on guitars and acoustic instruments and synthesizers and pianos, and it literally doesn't matter. It's one of the best sounding preamps that you can use on absolutely anything. It's why it has become so famous. Now, I have had the Neve 1073 SPX here in my room for a while, and I love it. I love it for all the reasons that we all love these 1073s. But when my friends at Sweetwater hit me up and asked me if I would be interested in checking out the new version that had a couple additions, I was like, yeah, send that over. I definitely want to hear it. So this brand new version of the Neve 1073, the SPX-D, the D stands for digital. Now don't worry, all the analog path, all the circuitry, everything else is exactly the same, but what they've done is they have added a converter into this with a headphone amp. So right now, I am monitoring myself straight off of the 1073 while recording my voice into Pro Tools through the channel strip, using the conversion that is built into the Neve 1073 SPX-D. So today in this video, I want to walk you through its feature set. I want to show you around it, compare it to the regular 1073 because it's not just digital. That's the difference. There's a couple other things that are different about it. And then at the end of this video, I want to talk about who this is for. Who buys a 1073 with conversion and a headphone amp built right into it? Okay, we're going to start with the bottom here, which is the 1073 SPX, and then we will talk about the differences between the two. Starting over here, we've got a button to select the input, whether you want to use the front input or the rear input, digital or analog inputs. You got low impedance, a phantom power, you have got the DI button to turn the DI on, and then you have got a -20 pad built right in, your gain knob, your high knob, your mid-range knob, your low knob, and the mid-range and the low knob have selectable frequencies. And then you've got your high pass right here, which is fantastic. You can turn the EQ on and off. You've got a polarity switch. You can switch between instrument and pre, and then you get into the digital controls. So you've got your overall output right here, and then you have your blend knob where you can blend this between the SPX and the DAW for what you actually want to monitor. Then you get over into the headphone level, and a long press will select these different modes down here, but this selects your volume for the headphone, and I'm very impressed with the strength of this headphone preamp. Like I've got it all the way down there. It's extremely loud and it sounds fantastic. You've got your headphone output and your overall power button. Now, the differences between the 1073 SPX-D and the 1073, there's a couple things. Mostly you have a dedicated DI input here, as opposed to over here, you have to select the DI button and plug it right into the instrument jack here. But that also means that you give up this lift button, a ground lift built right into it. So you do lose that on the digital version. I think that's appropriate because that's probably the thing that people would use, that people would use the least. So that seems fine to me. And outside of that, everything else is pretty much the same, except for the digital section where you can, blend your headphones with your DAW and your headphone level. Obviously, this one doesn't have that. But outside of that, they're both exactly the same circuitry. They sound the same famous 1073 thing. This is kind of the best of both worlds here. You can save yourself some money and you can get just the regular 1073 if you want that ultra classic, incredible sound that's been on literally a billion records. And if it fits your workflow and you want to have a converter with a headphone amp built right into it, so you know, if you're a voiceover or singer-songwriter or something like that, then this makes a lot of sense, and you can have one single box to handle everything. All right, so let's take a listen to what the Neve 1073 sounds like. We're gonna go over snare drum, bass guitar, and vocals, because if it sounds good on those three things, it's gonna sound good everywhere, and those are the things that I would most likely use it on anyway. So let's give this a go. So obviously it's going to add a little bit of color just running through the circuitry again, but we're mostly focused on the EQ and what that sounds like, because I realize some of you have probably never even heard this in action. So here we go. Snare drum first. Let's engage EQ. Now the first thing we're going to do, let's get some beef in it. Ooh. Let's get some sizzle. Turn the output down a little. EQ off. Now obviously there's a volume difference, but that's ridiculous. Yep, that rips. Okay, now let's listen to some bass guitar. Now, one of the things that I like is adding a little bit of dirt on the bass guitar from the front end. So let's check it out. Yeah, you obviously got to balance your output. Hear how on that low note it just has this grindiness? Oh. Okay, EQ. Here we go. That just sounds incredible. That's exactly what I would do in the song. And in this song, that's exactly what I did, only with a plugin, because I didn't yet have this. Okay, let's give this a try on some vocals. Now, this song is called Good For Nothing. It's by Clayton Shea. Song I produced, I mixed, I mastered. It's been out for a year and a half or maybe even 2 years now. But the reason why I chose this song is because I used a lot of dirt, and I used 1073 style dirt specifically in this song. So you can go check it out. Good For Nothing, Clayton Shea. Check it out wherever you listen to your music. But we're going to see how this feels on this vocal, and we're going to push it. We're going to get some dirt on this vocal. Here we go.
'Cause today feels like it's good for nothing, and nothing's what I'm gonna do. Kick back, get the reruns running, maybe crack a cold one or two, and everything will have to wait. I'm busy wasting time away. I got 6 more to get done something, but today feels like it's good for nothing. 'Cause today feels like it's good for nothing, and nothing's what I'm gonna do. Kick back, get the reruns running, ready to crack a cold one or two.
Not much more to do to it.
Everything will have to wait.
Yeah.
I'm busy wasting
That sounds
time
awesome.
away.
The way it breaks up when he hits those big notes, like just adding like the color and the grit from the 1073 with a touch of EQ and some high pass, that rips. I like that a lot. Now, there are literally a million examples of a 1073 all over YouTube being recorded, used to record absolutely everything. And so you can find literally endless examples of what this preamp actually sounds like, but you've been hearing it this entire time. And I can't recommend it enough. You literally cannot go wrong with a 1073. So who buys this channel strip? Who is this for? Now, the first thing that comes to mind is voiceover artists. Obviously, that seems to be the best thing. It's a no-brainer to voiceover artists. The second is singer-songwriters. If you're doing like demos or work tapes, or if you're tracking vocals, wanting to track vocals at a very high end at your studio, but you just need one piece and you don't need multiple channels of recording, this is a great option because you literally don't even need an interface in order to use this. So it's an all-in-one box solution for any sort of single channel acoustic instruments, vocals, any sort of singing, rap, screaming, obviously all of that is included, and any sort of voiceover artist. And I think that this is a great box for anyone who doesn't want to invest in a interface with multiple channel inputs, who just wants this classic, amazing 1073 sound with a converter built into it and a headphone amp, and that's it. You're done. And if you're not interested in the digital part of it, the 1073 SPX, the original, is fantastic and sounds exactly like this, but it's a little bit cheaper because you don't have the built-in conversion. Now, I'll put links down below to both of these versions of the 1073. So if you're interested in prices, more specs, availability, all that kind of stuff, be sure to click the links in the description down below to check all of that out. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.